In telling the background and backstory of Mayfly Publications, Lobsterman and Clam Digger, Brian and I, as publishers and editors and all this stuff, we were marketers, we were promoters, we were our own advertising company. And in order to try and raise money for each issue, because none of them sold enough to actually pay for themselves, cost us somewhere around $250 to $300 for every issue. And in order to do that, Brian would throw in probably, I don't know, most of his paycheck every week. And his mother would throw in. And of course, when we were doing this in the late 80s, 88 to 90, developing Lobsterman, I had a growing family, was married, was making payments on a house and, payments on a car, used cars, but still making payments. It wasn't possible for me to actually lay out cash. So what I did was I came up with kind of a marketing scheme. Not a scheme as in con, but actually we would go to local places like the Carpet Store and the Clouds and Stone's Gym, various places. And we would tell them that we would place an ad, either quarter page, third of a page, half a page, or full page, depending on how much they would pay. And some of them would pay $25. Some of them paid more. But we had some regulars and, some friends like Adrian Stone's Gym. We actually had Bump come up with a full page ad, Lobsterman with his cowl and his physique. He was topless, kind of posing, and the rest of the ad was Stone's Gym with Lobsterman on the extreme left, I think, kind of posing for the whole thing. And that was, I think that over time we ended up in lieu of actually cash exchanging hands, that Adrian allowed, for the repeating ad, Adrian allowed Brian to work out for nothing. And that lasted for, I don't know, half a year probably. And Brian did win trophies with the announcements that he was training out of Stone's Gym. So that kind of paid off for Adrian a little bit too. But anyway, in these opportunities that we had to do the marketing, Brian and I, we would travel together, his car or mine, and as we were driving around from Rockland to Bangor, we actually would go, honest and true, we would go from Rockland to Bangor with cases of freshly printed next issue Lobsterman to Magazines Inc. in Bangor and deliver 200 or 300 copies. Unfortunately, the first three issues, they never gave us the copies that they didn't sell. And we were wondering, what the hell, what are you guys doing? You're only paying us for 25 copies. We gave you 200. And they said, oh yeah, we destroy those. We destroy the ones that come back because they didn't sell. And it's like, no. You hold them. We'll come back and pick them up. Don't ever do that again. We'll sue you. And they were sending down to Portland Press, as we would drop them off to Magazines Inc., they'd give a case to Portland Press, and they would distribute in southern Maine. We found out, too, that we were fighting against ourselves with Magazines Inc. because we would go into local places like Tozier's and so forth, and drop off copies, 2 or 3 copies, and we'd find out later that the store sold 2 or 3 copies, but they gave the balance to Magazines Inc., which was like, what the? No, 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 no. We had to get a handle on that, so we stopped distributing those on our own. We actually would deposit them at Magazines Inc. and let them do it. But it was quite a disappointment to find out that they had destroyed hundreds, if not thousands, of Lobsterman comics over the 10 issues. It was really disappointing. But it was a great deal of fun for Brian and I to chum around together, besides sitting down and actually writing, actually creating. We created with, we drove. And that was a great deal of fun for me, and some great memories. Sometime I'll share them with you.